welcome back. So, yesterday we were working on this group stuff about how to deal with group from El Torito, and yeah, and that's what I want to do, and yeah. So, one second, let me pop up the chat here so that I can have more stuff around in this thing. Yeah. So, right now, the idea is, let me write down what I want to do today, so that we are on the same page. Let's have some background music that I only listen to myself, so that this is not so so boring. Yeah, whatever. Okay, it seems to work. So the idea is ask group devil about group finding itself from El Torito image, and ask group devil about group finding itself from boot from EFI file option. Okay, and in addition to that, I mean, we could answer ASCAR, but we are not going to answer ASCAR. In addition to that, because we have already talked about this, so in addition to that, going to save the Rescatux ISO that has bare bones El Torito group image for IA32. Is it? Yeah. And then so revert live build the stuff regarding removing group CFG, and start Rescatux build from scratch, new Docker. And then what we want to do here is to make a script that handles non-free stuff, and feedback on how to deal with non-free stuff on live build main list. I mean, I don't know where do I have to send this thing out, but making a script that handles non-free stuff, then maybe answer to Roland Clavis questions about how to test if the image is booting okay or not, thanks to the liveid stuff. This is something that I need to move to the main the main to do. So this is something that I have to answer. I don't have. We left him unanswered. But we are approaching liveid in another way, thanks to bare bones group approach. Yeah. So this is what we want to do today with all of this. Okay, so yeah, so that's what we want to do later on. So so first of all, let's save the Rescatux ISO that has a bare bones L2 image so that we can have more tests about that. So in theory, so this is the one that was working, and this is the bare bones L2 group from yesterday, which it was 14, and we're going to make a copy so that we don't lose this thing. And that way there's also this guy that we need to know what happened to him, but we will see. So the idea is that now we have Rescatux release. Now we have inside of this, we have the normal image that we are going to overwrite. We have the bare bones L2 image that it's special because we have removed everything that usually Debian grep do. And we also have this working image just in case I want to have a working Rescatux that works without what we are used, without the bare bones stuff. In any case, the bare bones is the same one as the current one, so it should be doing the same stuff, you know what I mean? And yeah, and that way what you get here, I mean, I'm saving the bare bones because I'm going to overwrite later on. So if we go back to what we are supposed to be doing today, we have done that, and here it is. So this is the rest of stuff that we want to do today. Okay. Sorry about that. So the idea is that, you see, we're going to ask a question to group devil, because how do you find yourself? Okay, that's the question. So in order to do so, we need an email client and so on. So let's do that. 1 second, please. So here's the mail client and so on. So there's this change EFI to EMFI and so on. Okay, and probably I'm live. Who would have thought that we are live right now? So the idea is to send to group devil, and so the question is, how does group find itself? How does group find itself being booted from L2 image? So introduction, let's say introduction. So I am working on a liveid. I am working on liveid. This is sort or a have an earmark for live CDs. You can liveid. So liveid is here. Rescatux liveid. So there's the liveid proposal. Going and working on liveid. I am currently trying to push some changes onto the live build and live boot packages from Debian GNU Linux distribution. I was quite convinced I knew how group booted from a Debian's L32 image bundled into a Debian liveid, but as it turns out, I was wrong. So this is like number 1, introduction. Number 2, it's going. So let me see. The current way this is implemented from a Debian point of view is can be summarized. Current way this is from a Debian point of view can be described into steps. Okay. So the first step is that the Debian liveid is going to have an L32 image inside of it, which is essentially a fat partition, which is a fat partition. You can find the specific code for that creation on. So let me find out where the hell is that code, which is related to not GitHub but Salsa team. Salsa team live build. So once we are here, we should get, oh, what the hell is this? Failed. We should get the latest commit, which is this one here. Browse files, so that we have a snapshot in time, so that anyone can take a look at this in the future, and it's not going to break for them. So this is binary group UEFI, and you can see how there's this gen UEFI boot image. Okay. Well, on some platforms you need that and that. So this is the group.cfg, and this is put somewhere, but it's no longer used. So I'm not sure. I'm always confused about this binary.sh. So it's like you generate these images, then you generate this other image, and this is you know, copied somewhere that it's not being used at all. So that's what I'm not very sure how this is handled in the end, if you know what I mean. So this should run binary.sh, and once you do that, whatever you have done that here, it's not going to be used at all. So what you are actually using is what it's in binary.sh, which is this function here, which create an EFI thing. And so I mean the binary.sh, yeah, I still don't know how to understand all of this. The code is adapted from here, and this is the copy from. Maybe I'm going to just highlight this thing here, because I don't know, maybe it's too much of this. So where's the fucking email? Email is here. You can find it for that creation on. Basically, a fat partition image is created reusing some secure boot signed EFI image if available. Otherwise you would be using non-signed EFI images. In the end, what the fat partition image contents are is somewhat similar to, okay, somewhat similar to, and this is where I can copy and paste what I have from Rescatux, although I think I have some notes here of what is inside of the image from other emails or something. It might be much better than what we are doing here or whatever. So do I have any of that in plain text? Do I have to use old video in order to find those values, or do we maybe go here? No. What the hell is this? So here we can run Rescatux. So we want to run Rescatux not with the latest version, but with not with the bare bones one, but with whatever was working before. And we're going to copy whatever. So boot manager DVD-ROM. This is where you can see that this is the old version, because even if we set and this is CD0, if you take a look, we've got this mem disk stuff with this group CFG, which has this code that searches whatever. Okay, anyway, so now we can boot into this, and yeah. So once we boot onto the system, it's taking longer than usual, but once we boot into the system, we can is inside of the image so that we can write it down. Okay, so default settings, yes. Let's get Spanish keyword layout. Look at that, Spanish. Oh, Windows, yes, why not? So this tells me where the medium is, and we've got this EFI image. So view EFI image, so we can loop the auto, which I think it's the default, but you know, and then we have all of this. So we can go on to view if and this fine thing, and this I can send to a file which is EFI contents.txt, and we can install pastebin in it so that we can pastebin this thing without having to think too much, not going. Yeah, let's open the fucking there's no need to, for this stuff there's no need to copy anything. So we are going to copy selection, and so in Firefox we're going to use base.debian.net. we don't need no security. Why would you want security? So this is it, and now we can go into outside of the Debian Live. I need to create, you know, fucking what's the name? I need to create an SSH thing and so on, and so let me copy all of this. So here you've got a file, group.cfg. So what you actually have is this thing and this thing, and that's it. So we can remove this thing here so that it's nice. Basically, a bad partition image is created in reason some secure but if available. This is not right, otherwise you would be seeing it on. In the end, what the fuck partition contents on someone's okay. So the group x64.efi image is created in such a way, is created thanks to the why the hell I'm explaining all of this? Thanks to thanks to a custom Debian script named build EFI images, which is somewhere. So yeah, so where the hell didn't we have before the salsa stuff, or is it something that they have closed? So this is the salsa stuff that we have copied before, and so if we go into a live boot, well, I could be signed on and search whatever I have, but you know, code merge requests live ID parameter. Okay, so you can see how they are giving me a link at the very end to this group stuff. So this is not something you want from master. What is just works distro? Oh, I would say so. Either Linux, either MX Linux, Linux Mint, or Ubuntu. Yeah, I think that's the order. From MX Linux to Linux Mint to Ubuntu. I mean, so if you have an old computer, you can go to Debian, I guess, which is better because Debian doesn't have the snap stuff from Ubuntu. But if you want many things to work out of the box and so on, there's MX Linux and Mint. So MX Linux is kind of Debian, so this is based on Debian itself. And where's the fucking English? MX Linux is based on Debian stable, and it's a mix of two old projects, and yeah, Antix and Mepis, and they have, when you install this stuff, you've got this toolbox, this welcome screen that helps you to understand what you can do. You have some videos what to do. They have this run program and so on. I don't know, I haven't used myself, but that's what I would recommend nowadays for new users to use. You know what I mean? So let me, so this is 26 minutes, so let's say 25 minutes. Let's put here 25 minutes. 25 minutes. So live streaming starts, and 25 minutes. 25 minutes out of the way. It's what's best? It just works distribution, Linux distribution. And now we're going to save this so that we have some episodes on this video. Do you have any more questions, Sofadog, or do you want more clarification or whatever? Windows keep installing Candy Crush. Why do I need Candy Crush? I don't know about that one. Why? Maybe you've got another computer with the same account that has Candy Crush, and that's why it gets installed over and over. I have no idea. So that's my advice. So if we go back to this development, this is what how the ISO is being done. So I want to be using this, but not from master. Okay, I want to be using this from, and apparently the master branch has Debian in it. That's interesting. So I want to just be using the commit so that I have everything here, and so I can browse files. I can go into Debian, build EFI images, which are here. Okay, and here we can find whatever. So line 63, we should find what was you know, this is the mem disk. According to me, this would go from here to here. This is the first part, which is the mem disk. So what we are putting here is, thanks to named build EFI images. in a first step in a memdisk image is being created first, and then this is used as it is created first. Maybe we can put this in a single line. A memdisk image is being created first, and then it's being used on the final EFI. So this is the second part of this, which should be down here, which is when you create the CD boot image. Okay. Final EFI, the final GCD x64.efi file. And once again we put some spaces, because why not? So the group a memdisk is created first, and then it's the final then. Okay, so 2 steps. The first step is creating a GCD x64 EFI file, and that has an embedded memdisk with a custom group CFG. Okay, so this is done. This is done here. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. Then the second step is that the Debian live CD is going to have an alterator image which is essential fat partition. Similar what? The group file that you see above is actually a copy of let's do this thing like this. It's actually a copy of the file created above in 1.2.1. Okay, yeah, that's it. And please note that the embedded group CFG contents are, and so the contents of this fucking image are where the hell is this? MCD squashfs, yeah, I mean, not very sure why it's squashfs, but we don't care. memdisk CD maybe we can copy and paste this. But the contents are so as you can see, it tries to find the kernel and init.rd thanks to info and mini info files. You could drop out. Yeah. So how does Debian image boot in practice? So how does Debian boot thanks to this Eltorito image from UEFI CD boot? So let me see. So UEFI boot, UEFI firmware reads whatever defines Eltorito image and finds the contents. Oh, wait a minute. What are you telling to me? It's not so. Let's where the hell is this? Let's do this like 1 hour. Yeah, 1 hour we should be fine. So UEFI firmware reads whatever defines Eltorito image and find the contents of boot boot group EFI.image. Is it like that? What the hell we have mounted here? Boot group EFI.emg. Yeah, that's right. Of boot group EFI emg. So where the hell is this? Going to have to inside of it. So this is boot group EFI.emg. Okay. UEFI firmware reads whatever and finds contents of boot group emg. That's it. Okay. UEFI firmware only loads into memory EFI boot this thing here on the Eltorito image. So this is usually shim, which will boot onto group. But let's suppose that this is group itself, for the sake of simplicity. Let's suppose that this is group itself for sake of simplicity. So which it's actually a copy of, where the fucking is this GCD, and this is a copy, which is actually a copy of the. So I actually want to an answer to be answered. I actually have a specific question for group developers. So if you are one of them, maintainers, contributors, you can skip to do section. I mean, let me move this out of the way so that we can have this thing here. Group big email. So like this. So when is loaded into RAM, as it has an embedded mem disk, its prefix gets set to the mem disk image, and then the snippet mentioned above that searches for disk info and disk mini info files is run. Please note that whatever boot group.cfg file was inside of the El Torito image gets ignored. Also, please note that we are not getting information about the city. Please also note that we are not reading information about the city unless the city has such files, and it is found first in the device, in the group devices search. In other words, if you have a disk info file in your internal hard disk or another device, this might get messed up. Okay, let's put this like this. Okay. Gets ignored. Yeah. Oh, anyway, so so usually what happens is that the disk, where the hell is this? The disk info file is found on the CD0 device, and then everything boots correctly. So number 1.4, building a bare bones L3 image. So I have tweaked so as I am quite an expert, so as I am so I have modified both live build, both Debian live builds package, live build package, and Debian group. Where the hell is this? Where's the image? Yeah, so script, Debian's group build image, the script, put Debian to that. So from the point of view of L3 to image, you only get I mean, it's actually an IL32. You only get this thing. You only get this thing here, and yeah, I think I have removed. Wait a second, didn't I remove? Yeah, I did not remove the group, but the group was not there in the first place, isn't it? Yeah, let me boot the other one, which is the bare bones one, so that I can understand what's going on here. So the bare bones one, it's here. Yeah, so let's put to a DVD-ROM, and if I'm not mistaken, inside CD0 MS-DOS 2, not this one, Apple 1, Apple 2, Apple 2, there's no group, isn't it? Let's boot into this so that we can have you only get with the modified CTDX for EFI contents. The EFI contents. And what about GCDX EFI? Well, it's no longer created with with a it's not longer created with an embedded mem disk, so it just boots and that's it. My only test suggests that GTD my only test suggests that somehow group knows that its root is CD0 and prefix is changed onto the usual, you know, CD0 boot group. And it's just onto the usual this thing. My only text, so that's very great because you can run the boot group file in the CD-ROM. That's what we all wanted all of the way down, actually, in the CD-ROM. So section number 2 is going to be the question. So two. So the question is, if I build a group image with CD-ROM modules, if I work with CD-ROM modules without any embedded mem disk, and I use it inside of an El Torito image, and I boot from an UEFI firmware CD, group knows how to detect itself from RAM and finds CD0. Can you please point me to the group source code where that auto detection is coded? I want to make sure this auto detection won't fail detecting another quite similar CD1 with the quite similar CD if booted from CD1. So El Torito image, which it's usually found in boot group EFI.image, would have had contents, and its boot X is just using I mean, I don't want to do this manually. It's just using me see. How the hell do you do this thing? It's just using this thing that I modify myself. CD modules. Yeah, FTT, CPU, dplay. CD modules, group modules, CD modules. Oh my god. I might need to just echo this thing and run this manually, because otherwise I'm not sure what I'm doing here with all of this, you know. Yeah, I might need to run this thing manually. I mean, sort of, you know what I mean. Usage, group core, output directory, deb arc. Oh my god, why are there so much? EFI vendor, which is Debian. Yeah, too much stuff here for me to run manually. But I don't know. Contents. That is a group image, which I mean, I could try to run this thing thanks to, so when you build this thing, when you build the image, which I have managed to build this thing, if I modify this script, I could somehow create a file outside of the build that has all of the stuff that has been created here. You know what I mean? So I could somehow run this thing here. I mean, all of these modules are here, and I just need to run this thing. Just need to do a cat thing of this thing, and damn it. Let's try it. I mean, here we had built the group stuff, so it's this one here, isn't it? So here we know how to build this thing. So in order to build this thing, we need to modify this, and hopefully this won't disappear when we do this. You can see how we have commented some stuff here. So what I want to do is all of this, I want to have all of this. So 8, is it read only? It says that this is read only. Yeah. So first of all, I want to modify this in such a way that I can show them what the hell we are doing here. I mean, actually, I'm going to have the IA32 stuff, but you know, here it is. No, not this one, the CD boot image. So 1, 2, 3, whatever, ADD. Yeah, so we can have ADD here, and I can do something like this. Look at that. EOF and EOF, and I can send this to TMP group mk image cd.txt. Hopefully this will give me the complete comment that it's what this is all about, and so in theory we should be able to generate this build again. I should have somewhere, I think it's here, or maybe the other one is, yeah, the first one. The first one had this thing about how to build all of this. So build group image, and we should have this one here, build packages. And oh yeah, so inside of 206 I should be able to build this thing, and hopefully this will be good enough. And the TMP stuff, okay, so there are a lot of GNU stuff that we might need to remove, because whatever, like this, hopefully this is good enough for this to build again. Otherwise we will have to start from scratch, because stupid thing, there might be a command to reset this thing, because you know, add this thing, I mean, I could add, yeah, maybe like this. Hopefully this is good enough, because I don't want to delete everything. I mean, if it's already built, it should go faster even. Unexpected changes here and there. Yeah. So as we have copies of this build image stuff, I mean, we are going to do it right now. We're going to make a copy of this. So where the hell is this? This Debian build images, it's going to be copied on Rescatux, Rescatux build, Rescatux release, and this is going to be built. So this is going to be bare bones version 3. Okay, that way we are going to be able to edit this so quick. So we can go down here, we can delete this thing, because I don't know how to do this much better. So like this, and I mean, actually what we did is delete everything that has group on it. Yeah, let's do that, because too much stuff here, and we just want to start from scratch. So there's this source group 2 thing that we can do. Okay, so here we have the 206. Inside of Debian we can copy our Rescatux build, Rescatux release, build images. How the hell do you build this thing? Build images. What's the script name? Let me check here. What's the fucking script name? It's, I mean, script name is where the hell are you? Yeah, let's bookmark the big email. So the script is build EFI images. Okay, so build EFI images bare bones version 3. It's going to overwrite build EFI images. Now let's sudo this. And the other thing we want to do is to get rid of tests, which is what I had here. So tests disabled. So I can just go into here and remove the tests directory. I think I created this empty, and then the first time you run this you get into an error, and it tells you how you are supposed to fix this. I think I have it documented somewhere here, which is we change this was not the test I was supposed to be doing. So let me move the disabled tests here. Hopefully it doesn't cut much, but what we are going to do is to I hate all of this. So test 2. So we should have test disabled. I mean test, yeah, test does test disable content. Yeah, so test disable now becomes tests, and we can remove test 2. Yeah, so tests has everything, if I'm not mistaken, and then we can edit this thing, and we just do something like this, which is do nothing, so that doesn't fail. And once you do that, you are supposed to be running something which is dpg source commit, which apparently you can run without any permission, any sudo. Fat test disable, so we are disabling this thing. Yeah, just do with sudo fat test disable. Oh my god, fat test disable, and here's the long summary. Fat test disable. 1 second, I'll be back. Okay, so fat test disable. Yeah, why not? So we have a new patch. Nice. So once we do that, we should be able to build this thing, and we should not have any problem. And we also have the file that we have updated. So if I have done this properly, these built image EFI images should have the EOF thing where we create this image with whatever we have to do here. So now we should be able to build this image, which will help us to do this thing. Oh no, I was supposed to be doing this with sudo. That's it. So now hopefully it doesn't complain about being able to build stuff. So this is going to take a bit because that's how it works. Now let's go back to the big email for these guys. From Debian point of view, based on based on group 206. So now we are going to be able to create the Debian package, and then the most interesting thing, we're going to have a TMP somewhere. Hopefully it does not get deleted, because I'm not sure about that. Hopefully it does not get deleted, and we can take a look at it. Actually, we have this Docker is attached to the same container, and this one too, so that we can maybe take a look at TMP or something. TMP. What's the image content thing that we have done with this? Build group EFI image. Yeah, we should have. So this is what. This is 206, group 206, Debian. Let me find out. Group MK image city. So this is what we want to be finding here. I don't know. Here it's all of the same stuff. So this is what we want. Watch command not found. Oh my god. So inside of Docker we don't have watch. That's interesting. Selecting proc ps instead of watch. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh, we are not in a regular directory, so I might need to go down and go up again or something like that. So Rescatux live build binary. Yeah, that makes sense. Let's run this thing from here. So whenever there is change here, we will know that this has been created thanks to this group build stuff. That is a group created thanks to this comment. So this is the question. Can you please point me where? This is what it is all about. This is a question where this is all about. Finally, I think question. Do you know if group could auto-detect itself if the Torito image, you know, if group could auto-detect itself if its main file, if an Torito image is being loaded from file UEFI option, and this is the fourth question. When if ccdx64 is the as described as built in number 2 is being loaded from the UEFI option. By the way, we can try to test this thing while we are at it. So I'm not sure what the hell we are building running here. So secure boot VM. So we are running the bare bones. Yes, I want to run the bare bones one. Just yeah, I mean boot from file. As you can see, the CD-ROM is not. So if I go to boot this thing boot file, I am not finding the fucking. Do you know if group could so this is never going to happen. So the question is if do you know if group could auto detect its device if a group x64 if a regular group is being loaded from or are we supposed to add an embedded memdisk with an embedded group.cfg that helps the image find the rest of it? This is for live CD purpose. This is for live CD, for a live CD finding itself. Actually, I think this is the reason why the implementation, why the current Debian implementation is done in that way, in that embedded way. Okay, let's take a look at this build. Do we have anything here? No such file or directory. Maybe the TMP is inside of the whatever this uses as a chroot stuff. So I'm not sure if we are going to be able to get any of this, but I'm going to try to do it. So these are tests from group, so I guess, oh look at that, Ubuntu 10.04 group.co. This is really old. I think this was the first Ubuntu distribution version to have group 2, Ubuntu 10.04. So Debian was lagging. So I'm not sure if you know, if we go onto build group images and the source code, if we can find any of this group mk image thing. Maybe it has already created it, maybe it hasn't. So maybe we can do something like trying to get both of them and see what happens. So it's something like watch N5 this thing, and L fails, find doesn't find anything. So yeah. So I think we just have to wait for this to build, and that's it. Yeah. So let me if I manage, if group manage to find itself, I'll send a pull request. If group manage to find itself consistently in a CD, I'll send a pull request about fixing about using this new old method of using group for CDs. This rediscovered I'll send a pull request to Debian guys, to Debian project about this, but using this rediscovered method for using group for CDs. Yeah. I don't know if I have to say something about EFI or EFI. Yeah. So can you please point me to the group source codes what that auto detection is coded? I want to make sure this auto detection won't fail detecting another quite similar CD if brought them from CD1. Alterator image. So yeah. Maybe we can remove what we have written so far, so that we don't send this thing yet. So do we have only text? Nice. So now we are waiting for this to build, so that we can build the EFI images, and hopefully somewhere we are going to get this group mk image cd prompt, I mean comment. Yeah. Yeah. So that's what we are going to do today. This question, because I have not more time, I think. So this is what we are doing right now. And then we will revert live build staff regarding removing group.cfg, because why not? Why can't we keep it there? So I think that the group.cfg, it's going to be removed because it's not used by anything, but I'm not sure about that. Then we're going to start the Rescatux build from scratch to see how it goes, and then I will ask on how to deal with non-free stuff, and question, and yeah, but this would be maybe this afternoon, I don't know, in like 5 hours time, I don't know. So yeah, so now we want to write down how this is being created so that it's very nice. Now the thing about it, where are we? No, we are not escaping any stuff that it's concerning about this. No such whatever, no such whatever. Yeah, I think it needs to build everything, patch everything, and then Candy Crush. Why do you need Candy Crush? Well, you need it so that Microsoft has money from it. Do we have any update on the German guy? No, we don't have it. It should be able to boot into Ubuntu thanks to Supergroup Disk. That's for sure. Okay. Group script, no comments. Yeah, please. Can we please speed this thing up? Okay, so maybe I could write a question for the Debian Live mailing list regarding secure boot. Huh. I don't know. I don't want to be UEFI CD L32 image. Yeah. I don't want to ask for. I mean, I could ask for it, but you know. So I mean, why? Yeah, I guess I can write this non-free stuff, even if I'm not very, you know, I'm not very onto it. So this would be something like what the hell is this? Non-freed out. So maybe we can open this thing up, then find the non-free stuff, non-free firmware. So the subject will be doubts about blacklisting non-free firmware. So maybe we should have a yeah, maybe we should have on the background what's happening here, so that we can find out if this ends or not, or whatever. So the subject is, and what about when do I have to go out and so on. Yeah, something like this. So the current approach to non-free firmware in live build is that if some specific sections are turned on, then the firmware is used. I want to rework that code in such a way that you can turn off non-free firmware from syslinux, from ISO Linux group menu, boot menu, thanks to kernel module blacklisting. So the draft of it is almost finished, and I could try to integrate it, and I will try to integrate it onto live build eventually in the future. So my doubt is about some module names so the way my script works is getting file from firmware AMD graphics package and file from firmware misc non-free package and excerpt then would be this thing here. I don't have the XML stuff. I mean, I usually do this thing from oh, look at that, we have it, let's use it. Cat, damn it, oh my god, we have all of them in like, wait a minute, what the hell is this? I mean, even if it's like this, it's this is what you want to do, isn't it? So let me this is the first line and we have many lines there. Yeah, let me open this so that it's much easier to work with yeah, we're going to just where the hell are you? Haven't you booted? I might have this in a K8 file that I have no idea where the hell is this. Like no, it hasn't opened. Wait a second. What's the fucking name for this? Why can't I? Oh, yeah, this is a fucking Docker. This is not going to work on Docker. Let's yeah, this has made an error because the program did not exist, and so let's copy this thing onto Rescatux build, Rescatux release, and this thing here. So now we should be able to take a look at it here. Okay, here it is. I wonder if I'm going to upload this later on. Wait a minute. Yeah, just let's move this thing out of the, do we have any image? Let's move this and this out of the way so that we don't mess around with this. I will try to fix the comment so that it finds these bare bones properly. In any case, what we are interested on is this thing here. So now we can sort of fix this thing thanks to whatever this is. So this is going to be an space, which I think it's much better, and then this needs to be also in a space, maybe not in a space, but nothing. Okay, let me see how this looks like. Have we messed around anything here? I don't know. So it's something like this. Yeah, so this is what this is all about, and this is how you do it. I don't know. And we go back to, so this is comment with this comment for you to know what's going on here. Linux EFI play TPM. Yeah, okay, so we have we need to end here. So we're not going to send the non-freed out yet, but I actually have an specific group, so you know, please, you can skip to number 2. Screw beer, which means pride. So this is what it is. You can skip to number 2, and number 2 says if you build an image, if I build a group image with CD-ROM modules without any embedded disk and use it inside of an Altorito image, and I boot from a UEFI firmware CD, group knows how to detect itself from around and find CD0. Question: can you please point me to the group source code where that auto detection is coded? I want to make sure this auto detection won't fail detecting any other quite similar CD. So it's CD0 inputted from similar instead of CD1 if booted from CD1. El Torito image, which is usually found in a, would have had contents that is group image created thanks to this comment. Where's the fucking image name? Are we missing the group image? Here it is. The group image name is here. Yes, it's actually a copy of this thing here. Question: do you know if group could auto detect its device if a regular is being loaded from or are we supposed to this is why the current is and let's sign this thing. And yeah, look at that. We should go group devil. Let's send this email, and that's it. So we've got this group El Torito question. Okay, non-freed out. So, as I was saying here, non-freed out live build mailing list. As I was saying here, next day we are going to work with this non-freed out stuff, and what we want to be doing is to work on this. Maybe we can move this downwards so that it's easy to find whatever we have to do today later on. So we are going to put this thing here, or maybe here. Maybe here it's much better place. So that's it. So we have this. We have to revert this thing, start, you know, and we have to be working on this feedback. And while we work on this script, we can ask. While we build on the non-free stuff, we can try to build stuff. We can try to build Rescatux again without anything that it's added in addition to what we usually do. Okay, so that's all for today. Thank you very much for watching. Bye.